Time now to welcome in Mr. Burt Grossman to the main stage. Burt, a former San Diego Charger, but now one of the leading opinion makers of the San Diego sports scene. Burt, how you doing?
Fine. I'm excited
Are
today.
you excited about
wearing a sweater when it's 90? Of course I am.
Soccer advocates are once again rallying around the flag, saying, hey, this is going to be the tipping point where soccer becomes one of the big four sports in our lifetimes. Is that going to happen?
I've been hearing that since I was in grade school. I was telling you I used to watch Pele and think the same thing. I don't know if this will be the tipping point. I think maybe the concussions in youth sports and a combination of things. You know, it's funny, we were talking about it goes 8 years out in advance. I don't even know if we'll still be allies with Canada and Mexico at the present rate right now.
So it's like we will be.
All right, maybe.
With things like that, don't you just why be here in 8 years?
I know, how get over the wall to play a game? I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, there's nowhere to go.
There'll be a special access.
Yeah.
A special access door. Burt, the U.S. Open begins tomorrow. This is how tough the rough is at Shinnecock Hills. Take a peek.
You seen Riggs?
No.
I guess he could have gone back up to the clubhouse. We'll meet him up there. This place is unbelievable. Hey! Oh! Man. What are you doing in there?
I just got tripped up in the rough.
Stuff stick.
All right, we're out here on the 6th with the boys. Hey kids, do me a favor. Don't miss left on 6, buddy.
That's pretty rough.
Who's going to win this tournament?
I like McElroy, but I mean, I'd love to see Phil Mickelson win. I think this is the one that's eluded him. He might be a little old at this point. The window might have passed. Tiger, obviously, everybody would go crazy if he won, but I'm going to go with McElroy.
All right, so we'll hold you to that. If you get it right, there'll be a door prize for you.
Thank you.
Singapore was the site of the summit. A lot of eyes on that. You got to explain this to me. Take a listen.
I knew things were going to change. I knew it. I was the only one. I never had no one to hear me. I didn't know one had to see me. But I took those bullets. I took all that. I took everything. Everyone came at me, and I'm still standing. And today is a great day for everybody. Singapore, Tokyo, China, everything. It's a great day.
Is Dennis going around the bend?
Dennis is. I was looking at Chris Cuomo. I couldn't get past his luck. You know what the funniest thing with me was? He had that. You know, the biggest summit ever. The two sides come together, and he's wearing something for medical marijuana, pot coin, or a Bitcoin thing for marijuana. It's a circus. It's just crazy. But I mean, I was listening to him say it, and I thought he said popcorn all this time, and it was pot coin. It was like that Laurel and Yanni thing, and I was like, wait, did he say popcorn or pot coin? So, I mean, I couldn't even get past that. I couldn't get past Cuomo's face, but it's entertaining.
There's a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader. You handled the Miss America thing so well last week.
Did I?
So we want you to use that same diplomacy and delicate answer here. A former Cowboy cheerleader is upset at the team. She found out Rowdy, the mascot, was making more money. Her name is Erica Williams. She's suing in federal court for back wages, saying that cheerleaders are grossly underpaid. What say Burt?
I say I agree with her. I mean, Rowdy you don't even know who it is. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to work out. You don't have to do dance. I mean, Dallas Cowboys alone had that reality show on CMT, the Country Network, just making the thing. They do a 2-month, I think, training camp. I mean, what they pay them in a $13 billion business to have to go to court to sue for $8 an hour is just, it's horrible. And
you bring up suing because Reggie Bush, he won a $12.5 million lawsuit against, I believe, the Edward Jones Dome for.
I think originally it was that, and then it went just to the Rams.
So the Rams have to cut, which they are appealing. But basically, he blew out his knee sliding on cement around the. That is bad with the way they had that set up. In your day, it was worse, wasn't it?
It was worse, but I remember when he did that, and the week before, I think the precedent was sent Josh McNown, I think, slid in, and he fell on the same cement, and then he hit his shoulder and ruined his career, and he got like $4 or $5 million. So they kind of set the precedent. They didn't do anything about it the following week. He blew his knee out. We didn't make as much money back then, so the fields we dealt with were pretty bad, but, again, I mean, you get a guy like Reggie Bush and the talent he is and the earning potential he has, and you just take it away with something stupid like that. I mean, somebody has to pay for it.
We had the little thing going about Reggie Bush before
we
came out here.
Back?
Yeah, could you read that really quick out loud?
LOL. Tell him we've been boys since 2000. Wow.
See, we are tight. The Rams are trying to horn in on the the Chargers market. You work for Mighty 1090. You make appearances.
Yes, I do.
Before you do that, this was John Katera in that chair 24 hours ago.
And they're not going to be the flagship. They're going to pick it up from a radio station
in LA.
In LA, which to me, doesn't make a lot of sense for that radio station because 1090's got a blowtorch signal of 50,000 watts.
All right, so will it work?
Time will tell. It all comes down to the bottom line financially.
So will it work?
I don't know if it'll work, but you know what was interesting about it is, you know, the Chargers, when the Rams left in the early mid-'90s and the Raiders left early mid-'90s from Anaheim and Los Angeles, you saw the Chargers had 20, 25 years to take advantage of that market and never really did. And when they moved to StubHub, that was blaringly clear that they did nothing in 25 years to get the fan base. I think the Rams learned a little something from that, and they see this is wide open. It's a big signal, and I think they're taking advantage of it.
All right, before we let you go,
yes,
Rocky Raccoon became an internet sensation. There has to be a sports metaphor for this little animal, you know, the little blue train that made it up the hill. What is the sports metaphor for this animal that climbed the UBS, the 10th largest building in St. Paul, Minnesota?
A journey of 1,000,000 steps starts with the first.
Let me try again. It's a journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step.
So I just got it backwards, but it was close, right?
Burt.
Thank you.
You know what? You're on hold here. Let's go out. Let's go out to the Del Mar Fair where Maddie Sinclair. I bet you, Maddie's standing by. You know, Maddie, I'm dealing with a turkey, and so are you. It looks like. Tell us about your turkeys. Is it a flock or a rafter?
Well, flock or rafter is both acceptable out here at the San Diego Fair, but I am joined with the two stars out here at the Wild West Turkey Stampede. We got Turkeys and you got Gobbles. The Turkey Stampede is going on all throughout the fair. The next show is at 6 o'clock, but if you roll the video, you can see what I'm talking about. These turkeys, about 15 to 20 of them, all just race around this field, and they follow a truck filled with turkey treats, and it's just one of the funniest things I think I have ever seen. We're going to have more of this later on the All Sports Report. Turkeys is, you know, he's ready for the camera right now. He's taking my live shot, but it's a story that you're going to gobble up later tonight. So, Paul, back to you in the studio.
Oh, you know, somehow I think she got the better guess in this live show.
See, this is what happens, though, when you don't have a stadium in town. That's your sports right there. That's it.
Burt Grossman, everybody. Here's what we have cooking on the ASR tonight. We have all three reporters are out in force. Hope you tune in for that. The 5 p.m. newscast is... Oh, by the way, Abraham Muhazy and Megan Howard join me in the next hour. We're done for now. The KUSI News at 6 p.m. is speeding round the bend.